That was weird. I didn't do anything. I was looking at OBS, and OBS never stopped. Yeah, that's weird. I didn't do anything. I'm not seeing things clearly. If I knew the truth about a relationship, I would be seething with jealousy. Avis is cunningly hiding a secret from me. No, I don't think she's hiding a secret from me. Let's just hope her husband dies. You're also learning how to play Yu-Gi-Oh for the first time ever. What, is your friend streaming the thing? I was like, if you really want to know how to play, I can just teach you how to play Yu-Gi-Oh. Oh, you got Legacy of Duelist. So Legacy of Duelist does a good job of teaching how to play Yu-Gi-Oh. Uh, but I also streamed Legacy of Duelist too. But it's been a while.
It says Avis is one day to be widowed, which will, of course, be very tragical. But after the grieving is done, we will marry. She will be Mistress Foreman. Mistress Avis Foreman.
Hmm. So why do they have this if I can't give my own self recommendation? That's weird. I watched it for a bit, but I was watching Big Campaign, so I had no idea what was going on. Ah. Oh, hey, it's this dumbass. He came back. Hmm.
Good day, Dean Blogg. Fare you well?
Most well indeed, and I will tell you why. The conquering cherub has lately returned home to England.
Ah, this being the voyage you did invest in.
Aye, and what a sound investment it was, for it has paid off most handsomely. The cherub's cargo of nutmeg and pepper will fetch a high price indeed. Forsooth, my earnings have enabled me to make a substantial investment in Sir Walter Raleigh's expedition to the New World.
Ah, methinks I've heard of this. 'Tis a quest to find the fabled lost city of gold, is it not? Or as the Spanish call it, El Dorado?
The very same. For it is said that El Dorado does lie deep within the rainforests of the southern parts of the New World, hiding vast quantities of gold and precious jewels. Hence, what I would have you tell me is, exactly how rich can I expect to be made from my investment?
Oh,
I
great.
see.
For if I'm to be made very rich, I am afeard that news of my fabulous wealth may cause some jealousy among the clergy. News travels fast around the diocese, and I think it wise to get ahead of it if I can.
Then let us consult the stars. What will become of Thomas Blogg's investment in Sir Walter Raleigh's quest to find El Dorado?
Alright. Block's finances will bring him unhappiness. The expedition will encounter foreigners who are stubborn, confident, and led by instinct. Blog's business partners will be met with violence. There's cause for pessimism and a surprising reversal to save the lives of children. I don't think he cares about that. God rewards exploration. Blog will be able to leave his children a legacy of fine things. Pretty sure that's what he would want to hear.
I am pleased to tell you, Dean Blogg, that your investment is secure. Indeed, this expedition will produce a fine legacy for you to leave your children. For, according to the stars, God has seen fit to reward England's conquering spirit of curiosity.
God favors the expedition? Oh, praise be to the Lord for his blessings!
And once you have received these blessings, Dean Blogg, I do hope you and Mistress Blogg will remember my years of service and friendship to you both. I have always endeavored to,
Tush, tush, Dr. Foreman. Pray, let us not dwell on such vulgar subjects as money.
Oh,
Did
really?
we not at this moment learn that the discovery and conquest of this city is part of God's plan for the glory of our nation? The honor of having played my small part in it should be reward enough for us both.
Whatever. Wow, this guy's a jerk. Oh my god.
Morrow, sir, and well met.
Indeed, 'tis I, Riccardo Ferraro, come once again to the great Dottore Simon Foreman.
Aye, and I can see why you are come. Methinks you are not well, signor. The color of your face is quite alarming.
It is because I am losing the blood. The blood does drain away from my face, away down my body, and out of my...
You are bleeding from your fundament. How much
Why are
have
you
been bleeding
pooping blood?
For how long?
Un poco, not too much. It does come and go. Sometimes blood, sometimes no blood. You stop the blood, see?
Mayhap I will, but first I must consult the stars to find a diagnosis. What ails Signor Riccardo Ferraro?
Why is he pooping blood? Has hemorrhoids, which are swellings in the anus and rectum. Blind hemorrhoids cause pain, whereas open hemorrhoids are apt to bleed. Pretty sure that's what it is. Suffers from jaundice. A blockage in Signor Ferraro's neck has caused choler to pool in his head, turning his face yellow. That sounds really stupid. We're going with hemorrhoids.
There is nothing here to worry about, Signor Ferraro. Your body is merely purging itself of corrupted blood, in a similar manner to that which does occur in a woman's nethers each month. To wit, 'tis most healthsome and natural.
Yes, clearly it's the man period.
Are you sure? Are you sure? That is your final answer?
Indeed it is. I do assure you, Signor, 'tis the very latest medical thinking on the subject of hemorrhoids. You are welcome to procure a second opinion, but I warrant you will find that most doctors in London will tell you the same.
Then Riccardo Ferraro bids you good day, Signor Foreman.
Okay, he did like that. You got hemorrhoids, sir. Wow, I only have 2 more visits from him. There's no way I'm getting 80 from him.
See what, madam?
Your querent, Signor Ferraro, scuttling away from me like a frighted rabbit. What have I ever done to upset the man? All I did was wish him buongiorno as I passed him at the door.
Verily, Signor Ferraro's behavior does sound full strange.
I'm starting to think he's not Italian.
But of the matter that brings you hither, Mistress Lanier, how do you fare?
I fare most well, in the main, for I'm happy to report that you were quite wrong in judging that collaboration with Mr. S. would
Oh,
fail.
great.
For in sooth, 'tis going exceeding well. Verily, Dr. Foreman, I would be right content with my lot at present if it were not for the trouble I am come about this day.
Pray.
Well,
tell me
fuck.
this trouble, madam.
I am being proud.
Well, if I keep getting things wrong, why do you keep coming back?
Following me home. One time, methinks I even caught him looking at me through my window. I would have you tell me who this prowling man might be.
A prowler? How very worrisome. Can you describe this man to me?
Nay, for 'tis always at night that I spy him, and I have always been too frighted for my eyes to linger upon him very long.
Then let us see what light the stars can shed upon the
Probably your
identity of
dipshit
this man who
person.
hides himself in darkness. Who is the man prowling Mistress Lanier?
Let's see. The Prowler is a violent husband. The Prowler hopes for a reversal of the ill luck he has had with Mistress Lanier. He harbors a misguided hope that she will perform her wifely duties and resume intimate relations with him. Mistress Lanier is suffering mental confusion owing to her religious beliefs. She also harbors an unjustified level of mistrust towards prospective romantic partners. I don't think that's what this is about. The Prowler harbors undeclared feelings for Mistress Lanier. The Prowler is a man of authority and a master of wit. Mistress considers him a friend. What? None of those make any sense.
Madam, how have relations betwixt you and Mr. Lanier been of late? Does he exhibit any signs of a cruel or controlling nature? Is he prone to violence?
Aye, indeed, Dr. Foreman. My husband uses uncouth words, throws my books about, and even breaks chairs when he is in a temper.
Interesting.
All the more so after he overindulges in strong drink.
I am full sorry to hear it, madam, but it does solve our mystery. For the stars suggest that it is none other than your husband who has been prowling you.
Verily, in truth, it does not surprise me. I will to home go and tell my husband to...
Prithee, madam, for the sake of your safety, act not in haste. If confronted, your husband may do you harm.
There is truth in what you say. Forsooth, if Alfonso would spend his evenings following me about, mayhap I leave him to it. For if he hopes to catch me cuckolding him with another man, he will be exceeding disappointed.
Cuckolding him. Oh my god. So do you have to get some of these perfect? I only have a handful of visits, and that's 60's a lot.
Hear ye, hear ye. Sir Walter
Uh-oh.
Raleigh fails to find legendary treasure city. Rumours say next rally voyage is to pot of gold at end of rainbow. Hear ye.
Rip. I gave that guy a bad diagnosis. Reports have lately come in Sir Walter Raleigh's expedition to the New World in search of El Dorado has been a colossal cluster fail. Despite Raleigh's assurances to the Queen that he would return with gold raided from the legendary city, it is said that Raleigh's ships bring back naught but potatoes. Experts predict Her Majesty's reaction to be somewhat testy.
Good day to you, Mistress Sharp.
Good day, Dr. Foreman.
Good
But
day.
I'm Mistress Delamere now.
What?
Mistress Delamere. But as I recall from my case notes, let me see now, 'twas 3 years past. Aye, were you not
Wait, it's
hoping
been
to marry
3
about
years now? What the fuck?
Oh, yes. I did marry Mr. Middleton. For though I did tell my family what you said about his condition of the heart, they quite insisted that I marry him. And truly, they were full wrong to do so, for just as you predicted, Mr. Middleton did verily die of his cardiac passion, mere months after we were wed.
Rip.
So soon? How very tragical.
I blame the Scotsman who took to playing his bagpipes below our bedroom window at odd hours of the day and night. Such a bothersome man. Betwixt him and the vipers Mr. Middleton discovered one morning nesting in his undergarments, I fear 'twas all too much
Wait,
for his
what?
poor
There were vipers in his pants?
There, my dear lady. How distressing your late husband's death must have been for you.
Aye, indeed, Dr. Foreman, so much so that my friends urged me to marry again, lest I die of grief. But now that I am once more a wife, I would not wish to be widowed anew, and John Delamere, my present husband, is also an older man. Dr. Foreman, you must tell me whether there be any illness he has.
Why do you keep marrying super old
to save my
guys?
dear sweet husband from an early death.
Then Let us see what the stars have to say. Is Mr. John Delamere troubled with any condition that may cause him to die?
Is she a gold digger? Because it almost looks like her outfit got upgraded since last time. John Delamere does suffer from a cardiac passion. Has been bewitched. This suggests witchcraft and the possibility of... I don't know about that. Troubled with quinsy, a condition characterized by soreness in the throat. We want to give her some hope that she can save this one.
Your husband suffers from quinsy, madam.
Oh, you mean to say he has a sore throat?
'Tis a trifle.
Oh!
But, to be sure, quinsy is not fatal. To hasten your Mr. Delamere's recovery, there is a most effective treatment that you may wish to try. A moment, prithee, madam, while I consult my...
I did not read her character correctly. She
yes.
does want them to die.
To treat quinsy, stroke the patient's swollen throat with the hand of a fresh corpse.
I am to find a dead man's hand and use it to stroke my husband's neck.
Aye. I do not usually offer this treatment myself, so I will direct you to a specialist. Jack Stiles, the hangman at Tyburn. Tell Mr. Stiles that Dr. Simon Foreman sent you, and he will give you a fair price for a few minutes with one of the corpses.
I will be sure to. And that is all? My husband has no grave condition that threatens his life?
Nay, madam. Aside from the quinsy, your husband appears to be in very fine health.
By my troth, how wondrous. I thank ye heartily for your
Oh,
reassurance,
she does
Mr.
want that.
Foreman.
Okay.
Good day.
God, some of these characters are hard to read. Oh, hey, it's the crazy expensive lady. I opened Fire Emblem and just looked at my save. I have 44 hours on it and still 6 chapters left, and I still have the other 3 endings to do. One more for Black Eagles, then Golden Deer and Blue Lion. Yes, games are too long. Just never have enough time to play them.
Good morrow, Mistress Fortescue. How may I help you this day?
I did lately experience feelings of a most strange and disturbing nature, for which I desire an explanation.
I see. Prithee describe these feelings to me, madam. When did they occur?
Last eve, at a dinner party hosted by my dear friend Mistress Emma Delamere. All was well at first, but soon after my arrival I was stricken with a kind of madness.
Madness, you say?
Yes, moments during which I found myself overcome with feelings of mirth, laughing most immoderately at the dullest of remarks made by other guests. At other times, I felt an unnatural fascination with the shape of the candelabra in the table's centerpiece.
Sounds like you got high.
While I was so ravenous with hunger, I quite absent-mindedly ate all the sweetmeats at my end of the table. I fear my rapaciousness did not escape the notice of guests seated.
What did you get high on?
Such an immoderate appetite is out of character for you, I take it. It could not have merely been occasioned by anxious passions?
Why, nay, Dr. Foreman. Forsooth, I ought to
I like
have
how
been
she
very
shook her
well
head.
received. For I did spend the afternoon inhaling the fumes of an aromatic oil, a gift from my sweet husband sent back from his explorations in the Near East. I did mention my husband, Captain Henry Fortescue, before, I think. He is a great friend of Sir Walter Raleigh. Oh, Henry and Sir Walter find the oil most relaxing, so he tells me.
Yet you were not so very relaxed last evening.
Oh, she was.
No, not in the least. For I fear a capricious spell was cast upon me. Over the course of the evening, I developed the strongest intuition that malignant forces were present in the room, and that I had been bewitched.
Oh.
Could it be true, Dr. Foreman?
No, you were just
Might
high.
the witch have cast a spell on me?
That is something we shall have to ask the stars, madam. Let us see. What was it that afflicted Mistress Sybil Fortescue last eve at dinner?
The querent is troubled with melancholy, a trouble characterized by lethargy, anxiety, and sadness. That does not sound like her. The querent has been bewitched. Trouble results from smoke inhalation. I mean, that's the most reasonable thing. But I don't think that's what she wants to hear. I mean, yes, she did get high off something, but I don't think that's what she wants to know.
You are lucky to be alive, madam. It does seem that a witch was indeed the author of your unusual feelings at dinner. I believe she wished for you to eat yourself to death, or mayhap impale yourself on the candelabra you mentioned. Could there have been a witch in attendance at dinner last evening? A suspiciously intelligent woman with a penchant for murder, perchance?
Aye, indeed. Our hostess, Mistress Emma Delamere. I did hear some rumours about her, but I have never paid them heed. Although if it be the professional opinion of a learned man that Emma is a witch, then doubtless 'tis full true.
Uh-oh.
Well, madam, as the enchantment she cast upon you seems to have been but temporary, I simply advise you to be vigilant next time you dine with your friend Mistress Delamere. Do not afford her the chance to slip any potions into your wine, for instance, or pluck any hairs from your head to make spells with.
Indeed, sir. I shall be most vigilant. I thank you for solving this mystery for me, Dr. Foreman. God give you good morrow.
Oh my god. Damn, she gave me a lot. Uh-oh. Let's end in bed. Oh, that's great. Well, this consultation ended bed.
Good day, Mistress Allen. What brings you this day? Oh, dear lady, you tremble like a leaf on an autumn day.
Aye, for I am most affrighted. But Mr. Allen says he thinks I worry over naught. So I am come to you, for methinks you would. Perchance you may help me.
By my troth, Pray tell me of this evil that have frightened you, madam, and I shall do all in my power to protect you from it.
Yes, evil. Indeed, 'tis the very word for it. I have seen a dark figure prowling outside our house in the night, and once I saw him spying through my window. Who is he? What does he want from me? What am I to do?
I see. And you do not recognize his face or any other particulars? The color of his hair, for instance?
Oh, nay, for 'tis always so dark.
Wait, am I
By
stalking
his
her?
sight I can tell he is a bony, scrawny little man.
Is he verily? But your husband thinks 'tis naught to worry over, you say?
Aye, he says the man is doubtless naught but a poor travelling tinker who is merely taking shelter in our garden. 'Twould explain why his figure is so slight, to be sure, but what if he is not a tinker? What if his purpose is more sinister?
Aye, indeed. Then let us consult the
I
stars.
wonder if we are stalking her.
Who is the man prowling outside the Allen's house in the night? And what is his purpose?
Not only does Avis have a deceptive nature, she is obsessed with romance and has a preference for younger men. Avis risks being punished by God for her frequent comings and goings from her house. Avis is mine. She must rein in her behavior. Whoa. The Prowler is a mature, intelligent man who is a secret enemy of the Allens. The intimate relationship between Avis and I is changing. Wait, what? The intimate relationship between Avis and I is changing. The Prowler is a mature, intelligent man who is a secret enemy of the Allens. Avis is mine. She must rein in her behavior. Not only does Avis have a deceptive nature, she is obsessed with romance and has a preference for younger men. Avis risks being punished by God for her frequent coming and going from her house. No, I don't know if she's gonna like that. We'll go with B.
The stars suggest the Prowler is a secret foe of your husband. Does Mr. Allen have any gambling debts, perchance?
Odd. Methinks I see it now. Ah, 'tis you! The Prowler, 'tis you!
Me? How now, madam? What an outlandish notion.
So you would deny it? That you have prowled and spied upon me these last months?
Well,
Prithee, Avis, you've got it all.
I will not have it. I am not a thing to be owned. I'm not one of your prized possessions.
Prithee, madam, put that down. Put it...
Ah!
Fie, madam. That was a priceless Venetian vase.
okay. Okay, that was not the right. What? Well, I already got her letter of recommendation.
Good day, sir. How may I... By Jupiter! Can it be true? Robert Devereux, the Earl of Essex, Lord of Her Majesty's Privy Council, a hero of the Battle of Cadiz.
Damn.
Prithee, calm yourself, Sirrah. Pray, treat me just as you would any other querent.
Of course, as it pleases your lordship. But may I say, what a great privilege it is to... may I offer you a...
You are the man who had some success treating the plague some years past, are you not?
Oh, indeed, my lord. You are very well informed. My strong water did save many a Londoner from a most lamentable death.
Then perchance you might have some cunning cure for me as well. For since I am returned to England upon having resolved that small matter in Spain, I find myself afflicted with the most vexing ailment.
Oh, but your most glorious capture of the Spanish city of Cadiz was no small matter, my lord. All England talks of nothing else. Why, pamphlets recounting your heroic exploits are sold on every street corner in London.
Mayhap they are.
Okay, apparently I really like this guy.
My single-handed victory against the King of Spain was but a trifling affair, and the least I could do for my queen and a grateful nation. But I fear vast riches in the hearts of many a Spanish beauty were not the only things I did capture while I was there.
What else did you capture in Spain, my lord? I fear I do not grasp your meaning. If you would kindly show me where upon your body you are...
As you see, this Spanish disease I caught has me oozing a most disagreeable substance.
Methinks I have a fair idea of the nature of your affliction. But I must confirm the judgment with a reading of the stars. Let us see. What disease troubles Robert Lord Devereux, the Earl of Essex?
Suffering from gonorrhea, a disease characterized by a white matter running from the privy member and a pain when passing urine. We didn't. Well, okay, so they. Is troubled with love. No. An affliction that may occasion cause both upward and downward purging. Well, he doesn't suggest severe narcissism, imbalance of yellow bile, mild imbalance of phlegm, black bile. Well, he's not showing anything about. Tarkov looks kind of cool. Don't know how I'd feel about all the noise cues, like your walking is always incredibly loud. What's up, Davik? You beautiful bearded hoe. What you been up to, good sir?
You have gonorrhea, my lord. 'Tis a condition provoked by an increase in intimate activities.
Too much strumpy-humpy, eh? Well, 'tis true that since news of my victory got about, every wench from Southwark to Shoreditch wants a piece of my action, as it were. And how may this gonorrhea be cured?
The most effective method is lead plate therapy.
Lead
Usually this
plate
requires a man
therapy?
to lie in bed for many hours with a leaden plate positioned upon his privy parts, thus allowing the lead to impart its healing properties to the
What?
affected member. But, of course, men such as your lordship have no time to lie around in bed, which is why... Let me just fetch it from my cabinet. Which is why I invented this.
And that is what? Some sort of wonder job? Like the ones old men used to wear?
Precisely so, my lord. It is a codpiece that I had a blacksmith fashion out of lead. I invite your lordship to wear it under your breeches so that the lead may remain in contact with your privy member at all times. Indeed, until you are cured.
How very droll this is. Verily, how old-fashioned. I will appear as hung as old King Henry Tudor. Mayhap I just wear it in my chambers.
Good day, and please come again. If you need anything at all, I am at your service.
So he's got to wear a lead thing on his dick. That doesn't sound like an actual great thing to do. You're good, just chilling, playing games, and watching movies. Nice. Lead diaper, yeah. Oh God. Holy crap, he gave me 70 points. God damn it, Avis. Stop coming back. Why do you keep coming back?
Avis, I did not expect to see you this evening. Do you bring news?
Aye, some very good news. At least if you confirm it for me. Methinks I am with child.
Ah, how very wondrous. And, have you any idea of who might...
Aye, verily, with child. But I dare not to. Forsooth. What if it be naught but false hope?
Then let us ask the stars without delay. Is Mistress Avis Allen verily with child?
Whoa, there's 5 of them. Evil angels are confusing Mistress Allen. Within a few months, it will become clear that she is not with child. I should feel optimistic about the relationship between Avis and me. Mistress Allen is aging. This decreases her chance of being with child. Is untrustworthy and creative when it comes to her marital duties. Allen's family thinks she is lazy. Wow, that is a pretty dark... That's a pretty dark reading. Is with child, but it will die, for she will experience some sudden bad luck, a miscarriage. The father of Mistress Allen's unborn child is a strong young man that she is romantically involved with. God, she just keeps sleeping around, apparently. Wow, both of these are terrible.
Madam, the stars confirm that you are indeed with child. And that the father is...
Oh, joy! Simon, is it not wondrous? You and I are
Behold, I am not finished. The stars also reveal the identity of the father.
There is no need to read the stars for that, for surely 'tis obvious that you...
Prithee, admit it. You have been coupling with my manservant.
You... I warrant the stars say nothing of the sort.
What the fuck?
See here, in my chart, 'tis plain as day. In the house of children, alongside Venus, there is the planet Mars. Who else but William could that be?
But such scribblings of yours, they mean nothing to me. For all I know, you make up those stories about planets and houses and such. Why, verily, perchance you might draw up a new chart, Simon. One that tells of how the planet Avis is no longer in the House of Foreman.
You would mock me, madam? You would make a jest of my... Oh, I see. Leaving now, are you? Then you do so. You leave. I bid you good day.
What the fuck? Well, she didn't like that. I still got her letter of recommendation, so I don't care.
boost your complexion and pass idle hours tending to your health.
Okay. It's a new
Evening, sir.
guy.
Who do I have the pleasure of welcoming to my chambers this day?
Nicholas Muggs, proprietor of Muggs Rugs down on Silver Street.
Ah, the wig makers. You supply wigs to players, do you not? I have heard tell of your fine work from some of my playhouse querents.
I thank ye for your kindness, sir. I do hear you are very skilled at your trade also. For are you not the curer of the plague of '92? Forsooth, I do hope you may cure me as well. For though I do not think I have the plague, whatever I have is doubtless most grave, no matter what my wife thinks.
And what is it your wife thinks?
It be her mind that I have taken naught but a chilly cold in the head. But 'tis not so, Dr. Foreman, for I ache all over. My throat is grown sore, and I cough day and night.
Day and night, you say?
Aye, verily.
Hey.
Stop
see.
it. Stop.
Let us consult the
No.
stars.
No.
What does ail?
No. Grumpy ass. Grumpy ass.
Hey, there's Doggo. What's up, Wizard Kill? Hey, what you doing? You stop being grumpy. You want to say hi? Kind of hard to see you. Puppers. Talk to us, mere mortals. You alright? Pretty sure it was the valet to pick up trash in my apartment. I left out a bag of recycling for them to pick up.
What?
I'm doing alright. Kind of enjoying this game. It's pretty funny. I really don't want to go back to work tomorrow, though. How about you, Wizard Kel? How you doing? You gonna stop being grumpy? You gonna stop being grumpy, Oatmeal? You alright? Alright. You're also dreading work tomorrow? You're currently breeding a Pokemon for your friend? Which game? I ache all over, my throat is sore, and I cough day and night. What ails me? Mug is troubled with hypochondria, possibly induced by witchcraft. This condition could one day prove fatal. Mug has taken a cold in the head, the symptoms of which include a cough, short-windedness, a hoarse throat, and pain throughout the body. Mug is suffering from cardiac passion, characterized by short-windedness, grievous pain, both in the heart and throughout the body. I don't think that's what that was. This sounds right. Wow, I successfully bred the Pokemon. Now I'm just messing around. Oh, gotcha. Don't remind me again. I want it to be Friday again. Friday, Friday. Oh, sword. Nice.
I am pleased to say that your wife is correct, and you have little to worry over. You have what we doctors call frigidus ad hominem, or as it is more commonly known, a man cold.
Frigid... A man cold, you say?
Aye, 'tis a cold in the head, suffered uniquely by those of the male sex. And, although it be a minor affliction, the suffering can be very great.
A minor affliction, you say? That cannot be right. I bid you check the stars again, sir. For see how ill I am. and my throat grows so hoarse I can hardly speak.
I think the trouble in your throat may be occasioned by overuse. Perhaps you might try discoursing less.
Well, I think you ought to know that I will be seeking a second opinion.
As you
Well.
will, sir. Good day.
Well, Toad's got this guy wrong. It sounds like this guy's paranoid. Oh, wait. I've already talked to this guy before? I like that it says this querent will... Okay, so I wonder if you could completely get things wrong and have them not even bother returning. But first, I'll be going to pick up Dragon Ball Z Kakarot. Blech, no one cares about that game. Hey, it's Lead Dick Pouch. Tell us how you really feel about the game. Actually, a lot of people accuse it because there are people aside you from that like Dragon Ball. Hey, I like the original Dragon Ball. I don't really care about anything after that.
Good day, my lord. How may I do you service? Would it pertain to some thrilling adventure upon which you may soon be embarking?
Indeed it does. Sir Walter Raleigh and I did recently come across some intelligence concerning a fleet of Spanish ships that will soon be sailing home from the New World, bearing a goodly cargo of gold. Raleigh and I plan to borrow the royal fleet, which we will use to intercept the ships and seize the treasure.
Gonna steal it.
But, borrow the Royal Navy, you say?
Aye, only temporarily, of course.
That seems a bit
We
crazy.
hardly know her ships are gone.
What?
Indeed, when we return them to her bearing a handsome prize of Spanish gold, she will doubtless forgive our failure to file the correct paperwork and whatnot.
Doubtless.
That
And
sounds
how may I assist
pretty
your
shady.
lordship in this glorious endeavor?
Well, in order to intercept the Spanish fleet, we must know which route it is
Oh,
intended to take.
crap.
One possibility is that it returns to Spain having retrieved the gold from the New World's southern continent. The other possibility, and this is the one Sir Walter thinks most likely, is that the gold has already been transported by conquistadors from the southern continent up to Havana, and the ships are to fetch it from there.
Then let us see whether the stars can tell us upon what
God.
route the treasure ships may be intercepted on their return to Spain from the New World. Will they be sailing from the southern continent or from the Spanish colony of Havana?
Are the Spanish ships sailing via Havana or direct from the southern New World? The crew of the Spanish ships happened upon the gold by conquering and killing its owners. Through the conquering of foreign peoples, the King of Spain is establishing a fine cultural legacy for future generations. What? What kind of reading is that? Spanish sailors hide a shameful secret that relates to a lack of self-control. Devereaux should trust his friend Raleigh's instincts. Women factor in the Spaniards' travel plan. God. Is astrology always this confusing?
The stars are of the same mind as your friend, Sir Walter Raleigh. Now, for regardless of where the Spaniards load their ships with gold, they will stop at the port of Havana. It seems the Spanish sailors will be unable to calm their carnal desires.
Excellent, excellent. But where are we to intercept them? Pray, give me the precise day, latitude, and...
What?
Certainly, my lord. But divining nautical coordinates is a somewhat lengthy and complex process. If your lordship
What is the...
return in an hour or so...
Quickly, sir! I have not the time to bide here
What?
all day.
Give me the latitude and longitude and time of day.
Taking into account the position of Jupiter, divide by 3, carry the 1. the Spanish treasure ships may be intercepted upon the 15th day of October at a latitude of 9 and 40 degrees north and 5 and 20 degrees west, or thereabouts. That said, however,
That's
I
way
cannot
off.
promise you that.
Excellent. Riley and I shall sail to this very spot.
Huzzah! Godspeed, my lord.
What? Astrology's hella confusing. I just know because I'm a Taurus and I'm stubborn. Hey, I'm a Taurus too. Also, either I'm terrible at shipping, or writers don't understand chemistry between characters. So many anime and stuff I want to watch or read, and with relationships that are bleh. Which show are you talking about? And who are you shipping, Fluff? I mean, my birthday's in May. Okay, so, whew, we almost got a letter recommendation. Will I actually hit 8? I like this, how they do the picture book type thing. Who the fuck is this? Oh, this is stupid guy's wife.
Good evening to you, madam. How might I?
Hi. Pray go tell your master, Mr. Foreman, that Mistress Alice Blarg is come to see him.
Ah, Mistress Blarg. It is I, Dr. Simon Foreman, at your service. And what an honor it is to welcome the wife of the Dean of Rochester to my humble practice. To whom do I owe my thanks for having recommended you to my care?
Well, I will not lie. You owe your thanks to nobody. For folk do tell me that you are not a real doctor, but a quack, who does conjure demons and dabbles most unlawfully in the dark art.
Oh.
I do assure you, madam, that whatever you may have heard, I am
Yea, do not quibble, sir. If I did seek the counsel of a doctor who has one of those fancy medical degrees, or the kind of high-bred know-it-all who does see fit to judge a woman and vex her most cruelly, I would have gone elsewhere. But, truth be told, I have need of such a man as you, for I have been bewitched by a witch.
Oh, you
I
don't
see.
say.
Yea, a loathsome spell has been cast upon me. It does cause me to awaken in the morning with a most terrible pain in my head. A pain so wretched it does have me chundering into my chamber pot.
pain in the head and involuntary purging. And what leads you to believe your suffering is occasioned by witchcraft?
The timing is most unnatural. My troubles do occur every Saturday morning without fail. I suspect the doings of our new neighbour, the widow MacDoon. As well as being Scottish, she does possess several cats.
Several cats?
It's the cats. Cats are evil.
One or two of which I may have kicked, and now she has seen fit to take revenge upon me with
Well,
her
don't
dark,
kick them.
foreign magic.
Indeed. Scotland
That's like, don't
is
kill.
well known for the powerful black witchcraft practiced by its womenfolk. But as compelling as this evidence may be, my practice does draw upon the latest scientifical arts.
The
To diagnose
latest
your condition,
scientifical
I must first
arts.
perform a rigorous astronomical analysis. So, let us see now, what do the stars say is the cause of your Saturday morning suffering?
Alice symptoms are caused by noxious food or drink. I don't think that's what it is. Alice is experiencing early symptoms of being with child. The presence of the moon suggests that the symptom... What? No. Alice is bewitched. Yeah, let's just reaffirm, because that seems like what she's looking for.
Your feminine instincts serve you well, Mistress Bly. Witchcraft is indeed the cause of your suffering. But happily, it is but a weak enchantment. A moment, madam, while I consult my medical reference. Let me see now. Warts, wasting of the hands, water on the brain, witchcraft. Aye, lifting the spell will be quite simple. First, you must wait for the witch to enter her house. Then you must climb up onto the roof and pull out a handful of thatched straw from above the door. And then take the aforementioned straw home with you and burn it. Huh.
So Mistress McDoon verily is a witch. Well, upon my honour, I did know it. That spiteful, ginger-wicked she-devil. But the next time I do see that woman's cats in my garden, I will kick those mangy beasts from here to the very moon.
You're gonna get food. Oh snap! What kind of food you gonna get? I think it's because it's shonen stuff mostly, like Bleach, for example. What little I know about it, I thought it would be cool if Ichigo and Rukia, though again, I know only a little of it. So I don't know if they did like a Naruto and Hinata thing or not. So for Bleach, I don't think they actually did. But I haven't actually finished reading Bleach. Uh, Tater tots. Hey, sometimes simple's good. Anything to clog those arteries. Anything fried is pretty great. But I mean, it's not a typical thing that happens in shonen style shows to ship an actual pairing. I heard the author announce the pairs at the very end or something like that with Ichigo and Inoue or Orihime or whatever her name is. Did they? I mean, I guess it's possible. I mean, it's been several years since I've last read Bleach because it was getting crazy.
Beware conspirations, plots and machinations, the schemes of big physics to sell you their wares. Their cures to us violence, but they call it science. They mock our beliefs and belittle our fears.
You just need to find shows. I mean, some people were pissed off about Naruto and Hinata. I mean, honestly, I liked the Naruto and Hinata ship, but I saw a lot of people that got really upset about Naruto not shipping with Sakura.
Ah, well met, Mr. Mugg. How fare you since our first consultation?
It seems as you were right. Though I was, in sooth, much troubled with the
Oh.
vile disease of, what did you say it was? Fudgipus and Honeyman, I did not die.
Frigidus ad hominem. I am close.
Okay, so you can still get it right. Okay.
Well, mayhap I look well now, but 'twill not be for long. I have been poisoned.
Poisoned? By the saints! Who is the author of this foul deed?
My friend George Sprottle, the bookbinder. I did dine with him not 2 hours ago.
Ah, I see. A bout of evil digestion. Pray tell, was there turned meat or some such at table?
Nay, not meat. 'Twas a pie full of cherries. I had a bite of it afore I knew what I was eating.
Cherries, you say?
Aye, cherries. And this after I took particular care to give Mistress Sprottle a list of foods I must not eat.
Oh, is he allergic
I
to?
added cherries to the list when I did hear that the Countess of Devonshire has declared against their noxious qualities.
What?
Countess of Devonshire, you say? Noxious qualities, indeed. And now your symptoms, Mr. Mugg. Had you any reaction after eating these cherries?
My reaction? Well, I reacted as any man would. I spat them out. And know you what Mr. Sprottle did then, Dr. Foreman?
Nay, but pray tell.
He did laugh at me. He even called me a dinner-ralphing fusspot. I may soon be in the grave, thanks to George. Will he still be laughing then?
Well, let us not speculate, shall we, Mr. Mugg? Now, let us see what the stars may tell us. What ails Nicholas Mugg?
Let's see. Naruto shouldn't have ended with pairings, to be honest. The author sucked at showing any chemistry, really, for any of the pairs. Sure, Hinata had a crush on Naruto, but Naruto showed nothing but just friend. Well, did you watch the movies for Naruto? Well, at least last. And Sasuke and Sakura was just terrible in general. Honestly, the Sasuke and Sakura one made no sense to me because of how much a shithead Sasuke was to her. Well, I mean, last was pretty much the only like canon thing to fill in the gap from that the anime caused because they rushed the ending of it. And honestly, I thought last was pretty good. I ate some cherry pie. What ails me? Mug is suffering from cherry poisoning. Mug is splenetic, occasioned by rancorous behavior. That doesn't sound like him. We'll just.
Why, it seems you have indeed been poisoned. The cherries have provoked an imbalance of choler. You must take the antidote for cherry poisoning, which is... let me see what I have here in my cabinet. Ah, yes. Saccharum officinarum. Dissolve a pinch of these crystals on your tongue before dinner for a week.
Saccharum?
Saccharum officinarum, more commonly known as sugar.
Sugar, forsooth. I have heard tell of sugar. 'Tis a rare and fine substance, I do believe, and therefore doubtless most efficacious.
Let's see. The movie was good. I just mean the Naruhina at the end of it. It was just out of the blue, and I just think Naruto would have been fine if it was just ended with Naruto and Sasuke separating at the end. But of course, it made a lot of money, so they weren't about to do that. I don't know. I'm fine with the Naruhina ship. Wait, what? Fap not Foreman? I don't think it means fap the way we think it means. No, we have to find another woman. No, Avis is only for me. I don't want anyone else. Whoops.
William? Ah, there you are. Did Mistress Allen call whilst I was out this day? Nay? You're quite sure?
Kirito and Asuna.
I see. I cannot understand it. Why has Avis not come these past weeks? Does she no longer wish to see me?
Let's see. I've been deprived of tender favors of late, but my fortune seems to be reversing. I expect to see Avis soon again. I mean, she came to tell us that we had her kid, but we let's see. A reluctance to see me is but the legacy of an unpleasant manner towards her in the past, provoked by my suspicious fancies. Yeah, that seems the most reasonable. Avis feels that she has treated her husband carelessly. Allow me to hope that would one day be together. It is my self-constraint and sense of duty towards her husband that keeps Avis from calling him. No, that's totally not it. Avis' feelings cannot be trusted. She harbors romantic feelings towards another man. Avis does not know who has fathered the child she carries. No, I'm pretty sure it's A.
So, 'tis the madness of my love that keeps Avis away. My jealous passions and accusations have vexed her, mayhap even caused her fright. When she comes to see me again, for she surely will, by and by, I must remember to be kinder to her, to not plague her with my suspicions. And until Avis does return, well, there are other women in the world, are there not?
Wow. I'm just someone who hates the relationship tension till the very end of the show or book. It frustrates me to no end sometimes. I understand why the shows do it, but I swear if Deku and Urara aren't together by the end of My Hero, I'm just gonna fight Kohei. Dude, Deku and Togata. Why do you want Urara? Am I supposed to be able to recommend myself? I'm curious why this keeps showing up. Deku and his senpai. Wait, was that a plus or a minus? Sir, I must inform you that your judgment that my neighbor Molly McDoon is a witch was very wrong. You instructed me to retrieve a handful of straw from her roof and burn it to lift the spell she had cast upon me, but as I was doing so, I happened to disturb a cat that had been sleeping there. The fright this occasioned me, and said cat caused us both to cry out and fall to the ground, bringing Mistress McDoon out of her house demanding explanation. Thereupon I did confess that I thought her a witch. At first she was full vexed, but when I told her of my Saturday morning sufferings, she took to laughing most riotously. She did then call me a dozy wee lass, and fetched me a bottle of special tonic that the Scots take in the mornings after having much caroused on brown liquor. And having now relied upon this tonic for some weeks past, I can attest that it was not you but Molly McDoon who did cure me of my illness. I bid you think on that, Mr. Foreman. You're querent. Alice Blogg. Well, fuck. She is but a lady.
Good day, Mistress Lanier. Much time has passed since I last saw you. How do you fare?
In truth, not well, Dr. Foreman, not well at all.
Then I am full sorry for it, madam. Pray, tell me what manner of ill has befallen you.
I have been publicly humiliated. Mr. S has been circulating a collection of insulting sonnets about an unnamed dark lady, and all of London thinks this dark lady is me.
Well, your complexion is rather,
I am described as having foul breath and black wires for hair. Though methinks the very worst line is the one that tells of a gross body rising at the utterance of my name. And I cannot abide illusions, Dr. Foreman. If Mr. S wishes to reference bodily levitation and other such cheap stage magic, he would do well to leave my name out of it. My interest is in the dramatic arts, not fairground attractions.
I am not sure that is quite his meaning.
Dr. Foreman, you know of Mr. William Shakespeare, then? Do not tell me you have read the sonnets.
Well, I own that I have. But as you did remark, madam, all of London has read them.
Oh, well, I am undone. My professional reputation is now utterly spoiled, for now the whole world will look upon me as naught but Mr. Shakespeare's fancy wench. No longer will they judge me on my own merits.
Let us hope
So that's who Mr. S was.
Madam, have you discoursed upon the matter with him?
Nay, I dare not confront him about it. We almost at an end with our work on a play, and I dare not risk it not being staged.
Then let us see what the stars advise. What may Mistress Lanier do to restore her professional reputation?
I do wonder when My Hero is going to end, because from where the manga is, they still have a lot of material to go through. My Hero could go on for several more years, which I would love. I imagine we'd probably have My Hero for another 4 or 5 years. I mean, if there's a lot of material for the manga, it will likely be animated. I mean, they might also take a break. Kind of like honestly, I hate Bleach at this point. That's why I stopped reading it. But if I think the manga's actually done. It would be nice if they at least went and finished it and animated it, since it's actually over. But I could see them potentially taking a break too. Mistress Lanier harbors secret thoughts of adultery, which relate somehow to her intellect and her feelings of dissatisfaction. Okay. Is ignorant of her romantic feelings, and this must be reversed. Should abandon her career ambitions and revert to her true vocation, bringing forth new life. She should have another child. Wow, no, that's terrible. God will help Mistress Lanier if she exercises constraint and discipline. She's confused about her feelings for me? What? Clearly, she's in love with me. Relationship between Mr. Shakespeare and Mistress Lanier is not an equal one. Shakespeare's arrogance will overshadow Amelia's contribution to the play they are writing. Must find a way to disassociate her name from these sonnets, for if she does not, her literary legacy will be betrayed by association with them.
You are right to be concerned about the damage to your reputation, Mistress Lanier, for there is a danger that your partnership with Mr. Shakespeare and his depiction of you in his sonnets will forever overshadow your own literary achievements.
God's womb. But what can I do to forestall such an injustice?
I suggest you spread a rumor of your own about another lady. For instance, there is a brothel owner in Clerkenwell they call Black Luce. If you were to put it about that she is the subject of Shakespeare's sonnets, 'twould do her reputation no harm. Indeed, the effect would be quite the reverse, for doubtless there be many a manor present who would pay handsomely for a tumble with Shakespeare's dark lady.
Well, indeed. I do feel 'tis most important to advance the interests of my fellow women, especially those seeking to make their way in business. Oh, do you see that, Dr. Foreman? 'Tis your mute Italian querent, Signor Ferraro. He is staring at us through the window.
Is he? Ah, then doubtless he has come for another consultation.
I don't think that's what that is. I could see a time skip down the road. Oh, yeah. Ooh, I only have one consultation. Well, there's no way I'm going to earn 40 with her. Italian cliche.
Good day, senor, and well met.
Tis I, Riccardo Ferraro, come once again to see the great Dottore Simon Foreman.
Indeed, I did recognize you, senor. How may I assist you this day?
I am ill. I tell you my problems. First problem. I do make a chandar in the morning. Next problems. My belly does swell and my chest is most tender to the touch. And now, for the very most terrible of problems. I have a big fears. One moment I do weep, and the next I do
I
curse
have
and
the
gnash
big
my teeth.
feels.
So, Dottore, you tell what ails me, huh? You wanna make a water into this cup? I make any water.
Nay, not in my... prithee, hold. If you please, senor. As
You
we
want to
are
make
brief
me water in this
consultations,
cup?
I shall be judging your illness by reading the stars.
So, you need not my...
Nay, senor, I have no need of it. Whilst 'tis true that most physicians do spy and sniff their patients' urine, I find this method of piss-pot diagnosis most imprecise. Indeed, the practice is quite primitive. 'Tis my belief that if medicine is to advance in this modern age, we must all adopt a more scientifical method. I am quite sure history will bear me out on this question.
This scientific method. This reading my diagnosis in the stars?
Precisely so. Speaking thereof, perchance we may consult the stars now. What illness troubles Signor Riccardo Ferraro?
I keep thinking this guy's gonna... I have a feeling this guy is just lying to me still. Is troubled with apoplexy, a condition of the brain provoked by sudden fit. It affects sensory perception and causes swollen neck veins, memory loss, and gnashing of teeth. Mattering in the breast, which is a gathering of corrupt matter in the chest area, occasioning pain in the breast. What is this? Yes, Signor Ferraro is with child. Sorry, Ferraro. Just to let you know you're having a kid.
Signor, you have been stricken by a condition known as apoplexy. I will have my manservant bleed you from the arm, then apply beaver musk to your nose to induce sneezing, thereby drawing phlegm away from the brain.
But my problems, they are the swollen belly, the chundering, the tenderness, and the big mood. How can it be, this apoplexy?
Apoplexy is an affliction of the brain which can both trick the senses and induce, large moods.
Big mood.
The stars suggest this condition was given you by a witch. A most capricious witch, I warrant, for the condition has tricked your mind into feeling all the symptoms of being with child. And verily, 'tis not possible for you to be with child, signor. Unless, of course, that moustache of yours is naught but a cunning disguise. But I jest, signor. 'Twas not my intention to doubt your manliness.
You jest! A lady who would disguise herself as a man? So silly. I think you see too many plays by Mr. Shakespeare, huh? Ricardo Ferraro bids you good day.
What kind of reaction was that? That was an interesting reaction. Oh my god, there's no way I'm getting 8. I really like these little...
Good day, Mr. Mugg. Pray tell, did the matter with the, cherries resolve itself in the end?
This is based on Shakespeare stuff.
Well.
That could be controversial. Yes.
You should fashion this medicine into little round pills and sell them by the score. I warrant you would make your fortune.
Yes. If only
Well, I
could
mean,
have my
this
queen believe that mere sugar pills were the cure for all their ills, great
this
and
stuff
small.
actually happened
I would
back
be
then.
A very rich man indeed, would I not? And what may I assist you with this
You
day,
should go read
Mr.
about the
Mugg?
four humors.
The spotted fever. I must begin treatment now, or else I will...
Hold, sir. The spotted fever is exceeding rare. Why would you think you have such a disease?
Well, sir, not only am I covered all over in red spots, I have lately taken to chundering, such as are the very symptoms listed in the medical book I did read. I am already taking the treatment Mr. Cogan prescribes.
Dude, how many doctors do you go to?
Say you have read Thomas Cogan's Haven of Health. Why, that is a most technical book, writ for doctors and medical students. How did you come to be reading it?
My friend George Sprottle did bind a printing of it in his shop. He kindly let me spy some pages afore 'twas sent up to Cambridge. Oh, but Dr. Foreman, I forget myself. You have no medical degree, so you doubtless have not read it. Mayhap if I ask George nicely...
Sir, let us consult the stars and see if they may tell us what ails
But you're not a doctor. I'm sure it did. Oh no, it has like so with the astrological stuff they're reading, they talk about the different biles and stuff. Yeah, those are the four humors and stuff. And so like bloodletting and other stuff, those things actually did help like happen. It's crazy to read the stuff about the four humors and the imbalances and stuff and what they used to do for that kind of stuff. It's just yeah, I would not want to live back then. I couldn't live in this time period. Some medical stuff worked, but a lot of it I would rather die or would have killed me. True story. And well, not even having like anesthesia and stuff with a lot of the stuff that they would do. It's just, oh my god. It's amazing people made it through that age. Induced by the appearance of benign pimples on the privy member. Don't think that's it. Evil digestion. No. It's chronic but intermittent. Ruler of the skin. Sure.
You do indeed suffer from the spotted fever, Mr. Mugg. Now, as to your cure. Aye. It does require some uncommon ingredients that I do not keep here in my chambers at present. A moment, pray, while I write this down. Here. Take this recipe to your apothecary and have him make you up a preparation. Take a spoonful each morning until your red spots disappear.
Oh, ground up horns of a deer. And cinnamon. How very fine. And this red coral from the South Seas.
Aye, verily. Nothing but the finest of cures for my loyal querents.
It is just as well for us that I did consult Mr. Cogan's book, is it not, Dr. Foreman? On my word, my wife was very wrong to doubt him. I shall tell her you said so. One thing more, if you please, Dr. Foreman, for I feel I must give you warning. A great storm is coming. I feel it in my bones, and my bones do always speak.
A great
You
storm.
would do well to bide indoors at the first sign of wind and rain. God keep you well, Dr. Foreman.
God keep you well. Damn it! I need 20 more. You'd be in severe pain for weeks, maybe months or years even. That or die. Oh, it's this guy.
Good morrow, Dean Blagg. How fare you this day?
Well, Dr. Foreman, I must own that I do not fare well. For my recent investments have left me in a rather vexing financial position.
Verily, that is ill to hear.
Aye, Sir Walter Raleigh's quest for El Dorado failed most woefully. His ships did return with naught but a few sacks of worthless root vegetables. I cannot fathom it. We are Englishmen. We do not eat vegetables. I do wish you had forewarned me, Foreman.
Indeed, 'tis a pity the stars were not more forthcoming.
Oh, but that is all by the by. For you will be pleased to know that I put my remaining fortune into a new venture so assured of success that I will make all my money back and more.
Assured, you say? How very reassuring.
I have invested in an expedition to intercept a fleet of Spanish ships carrying gold back from the New World. For this expedition, Sir Walter Raleigh will be joined by that famous military genius, Robert Devon, the Earl of Essex. So success is virtually guaranteed. There is but one small worry, however.
Ah, only one?
Aye. 'Tis that Raleigh and Essex set sail full 2 months past, but there is yet no tidings of them. Such silence is a trifle vexing. Have they yet captured the Spanish treasure ships? Surely no ill has befallen them.
A most vexing mystery indeed. Let us see whether the stars
Has it
can
been
tell
2
us what
months?
has
Wow,
become of
so
this
time is
expedition.
flying by in this game. Blog is a lazy fantasist who indulges in an excess of creative thinking. Angels will vest their blessings upon Blog, but he must be patient. Violent battle is being waged in a foreign clime. God has granted Blog a good intuition. The moon shines its benevolent light upon the Blog family fortune. The expedition has been endangered by secret information from an untrustworthy authority. Untrustworthy. How very dare the stars throw shade upon my honor thus? My skill in reading navigational coordinates in the stars is unimpeachable. Blog has been careless with his financial legacy. Raleigh and Essex are sailing their ships in the wrong direction and will suffer a reversal of fortune. Crap. I mean, we're the ones that sent him there.
wondrous tidings. Your family's fortune is soon to be restored, and you may thank God for it, for it was he that inspired you to invest in such a well-led expedition. Raleigh and Essex have come upon the Spanish treasure fleet, and a violent battle off the coast of Spain is being waged this very hour.
Verily, blessed day! O Heavenly Father, I give thanks unto thee for both thy mercy and thy business.
Honestly, don't remember what actually happened.
Why must this wench act so distressed? Mayhap she can't abide her chest. Oh, what a love and his professed. What an ungrateful lady.
Wow.
What an ungrateful
It's a very harsh view of her.
Good day, Mistress Lanier. Pray, come in and take comfort by the fire. The wind is fierce and cold this day.
Did you see him this time, Dr. Foreman? He did it again. He ran off the moment he saw me.
See who, madam?
Your patient, Signor Ferraro.
Ah, verily? Indeed, I was expecting him to come for a consultation this day. But he changed his mind and ran off, you say? Huh. How very mysterious.
I'm very curious about this
It is as if
Ferraro.
all men are determined to use me ill.
Surely not all men, madam. I, for one, remain most devotedly at your service.
Indeed.
Yes.
It does seem that I must beseech your pardon. For some years ago, you rightly foresaw in the stars that my alliance with Mr. Shakespeare would end in theft and deceit. But I would not heed you. I have been a fool, Dr. Foreman.
My dear lady, I do not need to read the stars to see that something grave has befallen you. Pray, tell me what it is.
Yesterday I did meet with Mr. Shakespeare to discourse upon our new play, which is to open this week at the theatre in Shoreditch. But though I was determined not to confront him about the sonnets he wrote about me, 'twas difficult to hide the heaviness I did feel in his company.
I can well imagine, madam.
So then, well, he remarked upon my dark humour, to wit, he said to me, Emilia, your pretty brow does furrow, so I will kiss it smooth.
And I sense that you did not receive this well?
Indeed I did not. Forsooth, I was so enraged by this, I reversed my flagon of ale full over his head.
Yeah, you teach Shakespeare
Whereon
thing.
he rose from his stool, declaring I was the most ungrateful and unworthy wench in all of Christendom.
Wow.
And then he flew out of the tavern like a bat from out the gates of hell.
A most vivid image, and no doubt most apt.
Man, Shakespeare's a
Men who work in
douche.
playhouses are prone to indulging in such melodrama, of course. Why so many ladies care for such men in preference of those employed in solid, stable professions, I shall never understand.
And if only that were all. For this morning I saw a bill advertising our play posted on a wall in my street. It bears his name and not mine.
Verily? Surely not. Mayhap there has been some error made.
Nay, Dr. Foreman, 'tis no error, for I rushed to the theatre to see what was amiss, but I was refused admittance. Indeed, the player who came to the door denied all knowledge of my collaboration on the play. Methinks Mr. Shakespeare is exacting his petty vengeance upon me for rejecting his sly suit by denying me credit for my work. And
Rip.
he means to deal with me by pretending I do not exist, as if I were a ghost. Or is it he who has become the ghost? In truth, I am not yet sure how that metaphor should work.
What monstrous perfidy! Pray tell me what I might do to punish this wretched scribbler. Though I am not adept with a sword, I do have a book that instructs in how to command nefarious spirits.
Oh, prithee, sir, I am come not in search of vengeance, but to seek answers. As you know, I have been ill-treated by my husband, and now I am betrayed by Mr. Shakespeare. Pray, read the stars and answer me this, Dr. Foreman. Will I ever be able to trust, even love, a man again?
Yes. Whoa. There's only one option? What the fuck? That's a lot. Amelia secretly wishes to commit adultery with a man of high intelligence. Amelia's friends have been unworthy of her confidence. God rewards men who invest time in their friendships with comely women. Relationship betwixt Amelia and me is currently wrought by confusion. Amelia's literary legacy has been betrayed by Mr. Shakespeare. Mistress Lanier is ignorant of the love she inspires, but her ignorance will be reversed. Amelia should give in to her true feelings. Amelia's present adversity may bring change and new life in the form of a child. Why is this the only option I have?
To your question of whether there yet be a man in this world worthy of your trust and affections, forsooth, I have never seen an arrangement of stars that speaks so clearly.
Verily? Then pray tell, what answer does it give?
My dear lady, the answer you seek need not be divined by reading the stars. It may be read in the signs you see before you now. To wit, the answer you seek is right in front of you.
I am afeard I do not follow, Dr. Foreman. 'Tis your feather quill, a half-eaten apple. Your desk is a little untidy, and I must confess the symbolism in Flemish still life painting has always quite confounded me. Take a skull, for instance. What sense does a skull make alongside a bowl? Below. 'Tis clear to me now. Your face was always hid in shadow, but 'tis you, Mr. Foreman. You are the man who has been proud of me these last months.
Dearest, loveliest Amelia, allow me to profess to you my undying admiration for your charms, which are not insignificant.
God's womb, et tu, Dr. Foreman. Fie, you of all men to betray me thus.
God damn it.
But 'tis true. I now see the answer. For I know now never again to trust a man to guide me. Henceforth, I shall write under my own name, and when there are decisions to be made, I shall take my own counsel and make my own judgments. Farewell, Dr. Foreman, and clean your desk. Verily, 'tis quite disgusting.
Well, rip. Oh, that was the last visit. Shit. No! No! Well, this was the final consultation for this querent. Sir, I must thank you for your diligent care of my husband, Nicholas. Your efforts to disabuse him of his fanciful notions are much appreciated by my family. Please continue to speak true to him, that he may one day come to his senses and peace may be restored to our household. Okay, so there's other people. Well, I already screwed up my chances with Amelia.
Good day to you, young sir, and well met. You are Lancelot Moore of Middlesex, are you not? What an honour it is to welcome a son of the great house of Moore to my humble consulting chambers.
'Tis indeed I, Lancelot Moore. I will own it. But hear this. My family is ignorant of my designs in coming here, and I wish them to remain so. Which is why I come to you, Mr. Foreman. For methinks you are not such a man who would ever find himself in the company of a family such as ours.
Ah, well, you may count upon my discretion, Mr. Moore. And what is the matter that brings you this day?
'Tis that my family wish me to marry my wretched cousin Barbara.
And I take it you would not wish to comply?
Nay, I verily would not. Cousin Barbara is a vile little minx. She loves nothing more than to sport with me and play cruel japes. Last Christmas, she even hid a dead mouse in my mince pie.
Wow, that's pretty messed up.
Seem most spirited.
The lady? Oh, pish. Cousin Barbara is hardly a lady, for she is not 14 years of age.
What?
It's most unnatural to ask a
She's
grown man to wed a child.
What?
Indeed it is. 'Tis my belief that in these enlightened times we should consider...
Verily, Barbara be damned. My heart belongs to a true woman, not a freckled, scrawny slip of a girl. A full-blossomed woman.
A woman, you say?
Aye, Marion. My other cousin.
My other cousin.
See.
Ah, Marion. So beguiling are her shapely charms. Oh, to lie, if not to die, in Marion's arms. So soft her lips, so sweet her face. Oh, how I yearn for her embrace.
Wow.
In me she hath such passion
Whoa.
stirred, a fever bright.
Oh, apparently he goes on for a while? Damn.
I pray for death, and would be martyred if from her I be thus parted. And so you see, you must help me forestall this wretched marriage, so that I might wed my sweet cousin Marion. Mr. Foreman? Mr. Foreman?
Yes, indeed.
I fell asleep.
Let us see what the stars advise. How might Mr. Moore avoid this marriage to his cousin Barbara?
If Moore spreads rumor about Barbara being sexually active, the marriage plans will be abruptly canceled. She's not even 14. Oh my god. This house suggests Barbara is with child. She may not be chaste as she seems. Wow. Okay. An appeal to Moore's vanity may induce him to travel abroad. Moore will be able to extract himself from this engagement once he has come of age and has control over his fortune. Moore should betray his family by serving his country. He should go to war. Barbara is secretly unhappy about the marriage. God's aides will come to visit cousin Barbara, who is both intelligent and rebellious. What does Moore's intuition tell him about this marriage? Therein lies the key to unraveling his engagement.
It is apparent you do not wish to marry your cousin Barbara, but have you considered whether she wishes to marry you?
Nay, but I cannot think why she would not want to marry me. I am exceeding eligible.
Okay.
Doubtless you are, Mr. Moore. But do you not think her unkind japes may indicate she harbors some degree of malice towards you?
Mayhap you are right. I did find a toad in my bed Thursday last. 'Tis as if Barbara were possessed by a demon.
Very possibly. And thus possessed, she may be distracted and not wholly aware of your, fine qualities. I advise you to simply bide your time. For the stars suggest she is a cunning maid who plans to thwart the marriage using a method of her own devising.
Verily? Then I will leave it all to Barbara, as you advise. But it shall be on your head if I'm forced to marry her,
Whoops.
Mr. Foreman.
Well, we might get that wrong.
Hear ye, hear ye. Spanish Armada nears English coast.
Uh-oh.
Nation prepares for invasion whilst Queen searches for missing navy. Hear ye.
Well, we just fucked that up. We're gonna let Spain invade, all because I gave bad advice.
Wench, be sure to marry, lest ye be branded a witch. If Mary sees you keeping cats against you, she will snitch. Beware of Mistress Mary, she is a nosy fox.
She's a nosy fa la 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 la.
Blessed even, Dr. Foreman.
Mistress Payne, what brings you in such weather? 'Tis most dangerous to be about in it.
Oh, it takes more than a little wind and rain to forestall me from doing the Lord's work. Besides, foul weather is naught but God's righteous vengeance upon London for the sinful debauchery of its inhabitants.
Verily? Then I dread to think what northerners get up to of an evening.
Speaking of sins, it was most ill of you to have me believe the Allens were harbouring a Jesuit priest.
Crap.
When I went with the Perseverance to tap and measure the house for priest holes, we found naught in the walls but a nest of rats. I was made to look a fool in front of the whole street.
Rip.
But, madam, it was not I who...
Tush, sir, I will hear no more of it. All I do ask is that you take greater care in the readings you do for me this day. Pray heed me carefully, Dr. Foreman, for 'tis on a most pressing matter that I am come. Doubtless you have heard the news. The Spanish Armada does sail once again towards England's shores.
True story.
It seems this latest Armada was most unexpected.
Well, as 'tis oft said, no one expects the Spanish Armada.
'Tis very grave this time, for I have heard tell that our own warships are far away at sea, and with our coasts undefended, a Catholic horde may soon be sailing up the Thames to slay us all.
Aye, our situation is most grave indeed. But what would you have me tell you, Mistress Payne?
I wish to know whether the English fleet will arrive home in time to defend our shores, or might we ordinary folk be compelled to take up arms to defend ourselves? Dr. Foreman, are you ready to beat off the Catholics, come what may?
Am I ready to beat off the... Prithee, madam, let us pray the need never arises. Perchance the stars will offer us some reassurance. Will the Royal Naval Fleet return home in time to defend England from the Spanish Armada?
Hopefully. Well, I mean, what's the time of day? Or what time of the year is it? The Royal Navy is absent to the reckless and misguided pursuit of gold. Ambitions will be thwarted by confusion. Unpleasantness will result from a cunning plan to steal goods. Mistress Payne must rouse her neighbors to take up arms. The authorities cannot be trusted to uphold the duty to defend Englanders. Catholic evil angels will have their plans thwarted by a deadly, unpredictable event. The Spanish fleet will be delayed due to the idleness of their sailors.
Madam, know you of Robert Devereux, the Earl of Essex? Or of Sir Walter Raleigh, perchance?
Oh, young Lord Devereux, such a talented young man. My niece is especially taken with him.
Well, it would seem the pair did take the royal fleet on an expedition to intercept and seize gold being transported back to Spain from the New World. But their plan went awry, and now they are lost at sea. I am afeard that, short of a miracle, a Spanish invasion is indeed imminent.
Her Majesty would risk her realm and the lives of her subjects for the sake of gold. Then our present danger does not surprise me. England's downfall will be God's punishment for our Queen's greed and avarice.
Well, to be fair to Her Majesty, I do not imagine she gave Devereux and Raleigh permission to...
Oh, my days! With a Spanish invasion nigh, I know not how to calm my anxious passions. Methinks I shall take to bed with Paul and Matthew this even.
What?
Oh, yes, see.
Okay.
Paul and the Book of Matthew. Aye, verily. Holy Scripture does give great comfort to a distressed mind. God keep ye well, Mistress Payne.
Sir, I must congratulate you on this sterling counsel you gave me in relation to the horrid cousin Barbara, whom my parents did wish me to marry, as you did predict. The wretched little fiend did at length contrive a method for ending our engagement. She has run off with the Earl of Shrewsbury. Interesting. How do you save this game? I wonder if it just auto-saves. Nicholas Mogg, Devereux, Emma Sharp. Received and not received. So it looks like on the spacing there's 3 people I have not met yet. Yeah, getting 100, getting 8 seems a bit crazy.
Tomorrow, Mr. Mugg. Back again so soon. And yet your red spots do seem to have faded.
Aye, of the spotted fever I am cured. For, as he remarked, those spots have near vanished, and no new ones are appearing. But my wife does swear they were the work of fleas, and she beat the rugs and banished the dogs from the house to rid us of them. She'll be beating and banishing me next if she has her way.
Well, I am glad to hear you are faring better. What brings you this day?
I have a humoral imbalance.
Dude, this guy keeps thinking he has problems.
A humoral imbalance, you say? Well, 'tis true that an imbalance of humors can affect a man's mood. For instance, an excess of black bile, which is a cold, dry humor, can provoke feelings of melancholy, whereas yellow bile is
hot and dry. I thank ye for the explanation, Dr. Foreman, but I did learn all about humours when I took supper with my friend, Mistress Ollingworth. She has a humoral imbalance and takes medicine for it. Hence, I am come this day for medicine to treat my own imbalance.
I see. And what mental symptoms are you experiencing? Any unusual or troubling feelings?
Aye, very troubling. Why, I find myself fretting and pacing all the day long. Even my wife has remarked upon it.
Anxiety and agitation. Pray tell, did these feelings begin before or after you spoke with your friend, Mistress Ollingworth?
Let me see now. After, methinks. Aye, after. Why? Does that matter?
Yes, quite possibly. But let us see what these stars do have to say. What humoral imbalance does ail my querent, Nicholas Mugg?
That he's fucking paranoid and worries about everyone else. Is mildly choleric. A humoral imbalance of choler can occasionally cause symptoms of anger, impatience, and irritability. Suffering from constipation and related to psychological condition. Pretty sure he's not constipated.
Have you a diagnosis yet? This day I am to dine with Mistress Ollingworth, and I wish to tell her all about it.
Aye, 'tis done. You have a choleric temperament, brought on by a minor imbalance of yellow bile. It does oft induce feelings of irritability and impatience in the sufferer, and in severe cases, it can provoke outbursts of anger.
I see. How very interesting.
We must counter the excess of this hot, dry humor with wet and cooling elements. Take this powder of violets and salt and boil it in some water. Then you must drink the infusion once it is cooled.
I thank ye for this medicine, Dr. Foreman. But may I trouble you for twice the dose of it? For if the symptoms be what you say, I think my wife had best be taking it as well.
Let's give it to my wife too. Nice. Okay, so I've got 2 now. Oh boy. I don't 6 more to go seems a little crazy.
Hear ye, hear ye! Spanish Armada sunk by English storm! Hear ye!
Providing once again that God loves England more than our Catholic enemies, the Spanish naval fleet has been defeated by a mighty storm. So it looks like I got my prediction with her wrong. That has been raging in the English Channel for nigh on 3 days. What remains of the Armada has fled back to Spain. Beachcombers and are advised to wait for the storm to abate before looting corpses that have washed ashore. Let's see. I hate that auto does that. Alright guys, I think we're going to go ahead and end it. We're going to toss things over to Mr. Beauregard. He's currently playing Witcher 1. I am starting to get a little tired. And this game is pretty interesting. It appears to be way longer than I expected. But we'll probably... I wanted to get back into Inquisition Wednesday. So we might hop on either Monday or Tuesday to try to finish this. But I need to look into it to see how long this game actually is. We've been doing this for about 3 hours. And I've only gone through 3 of the... fully gone through 3 of the people. And there apparently is quite a few of them. I don't know, we'll see. Y'all have a wonderful night. And we'll see you later this week.